Hello, everyone, and welcome to another insightful episode of Heart Guardian, the podcast for healthy heart. I'm your host, Dr. Aman Kapoor. Today, we are joined once again by our eminent, distinguished guest, Dr. Jagdish Hiremath, a renowned cardiologist and the chairperson of preventive cardiology at the Maharashtra University of Health Sciences. In our previous episode, we covered a basic information about heart attack, how heart attacks occur, what is to be done when you face an heart attack. In today's episode, we are going to discuss how you can protect yourself and prevent heart attacks from happening. In this episode, Dr. Hiremath will unravel the mysteries of heart health and prevention, and he will break down the prevention into essential three types and talk about why starting early is the key. Hiremath sir, welcome once again and over to you.
How to prevent heart attack. Heart functions like a cashier in the bank. The cashier receives cash and doles out cash. In order to do this function, the cashier receives a salary separately. Same is true of the heart. Heart receives pure blood from the lungs and pumps out into the body, receives impure blood from the body and pumps into the lungs for purification. Heart thus performs the functions of providing oxygen-rich blood to all the organs of the body. The heart itself needs blood supply in order to keep on going. The heart muscles are continuously contracting and relaxing, and they need a lot of energy, oxygen, glucose, and other elements to keep functioning 24/7. This salary of the cashier is received by the heart through coronary arteries. The coronary arteries arise from the base of the aorta and travel back on the outer surface of the heart, providing blood supply. There are three major arteries for all of us, and this is unique for that person like fingerprints. If one of the coronary arteries gets blocked, it results in damage of the muscle supplied by that, and it's called the heart attack. The disease or the process which causes blockage is called the atherosclerosis. A slow-growing cholesterol buildup which goes on for years, and a soft clot which gets on top of that to form a total blockage. Prevention of heart attack means trying to prevent progression or worsening of the process of atherosclerosis. Such a process starts in early teens, and the preventive effort, that's why, must start from that age. There are three types of preventions. Primordial is when genes are altered to prevent atherosclerosis. For example, there could be a strong family history in the first-degree relatives of heart attack. If such a high-risk person marries in another family with a high family risk, the next generation is going to be high risk. The ideal way of genetic mix is not only in intercaste marriages, not only inter-religion marriages, but inter-geographical areas of marriage too. For example, an Indian boy getting married to a Japanese girl. This will induce a genetic mix and reduce the overall risk of atherosclerosis, the primordial prevention. One is born with safer genes. The next type of prevention of the heart attack is the primary prevention. A person does not have any kind of blockages as of now. We wish to prevent this atherosclerosis from getting into these arteries. This is primary prevention. Primary prevention works on risk factors of atherosclerosis like prevention and control of diabetes, prevention and control of high blood pressure, mental stress, tobacco consumption, obesity, sedentary lifestyle. They all result into a good primary prevention. Apart from lifestyle changes of diet, exercise and stress management, sometimes a drug like statin is used to reduce LDL levels to a desired value. On an average, an Indian adult should have an LDL level of 100 milligrams % in the blood or below that. If the levels at any age are persistently above 140, a statin would be indicated. Majority of the times, By simple means like diet and exercise, these levels can be achieved. The next level of prevention is called the secondary prevention, wherein the person has atherosclerotic disease. It is diagnosed either by a treadmill test or a CT angiography or a regular angiography. The blockages are present which are mild and moderate. No particular treatment is offered to them. Or there could be somebody who has undergone an angioplasty or a bypass surgery or a heart attack or a paralysis. So this is called as established atherosclerotic disease. All these people are candidates for secondary prevention. Here, we don't want the process of atherosclerosis to worsen. We want it to prevent from getting into other areas like the brain, the kidneys, the legs. We wish to prevent existing blockages to get worse and prevention of new blockages from building up. We wish to prevent events like heart attack and paralysis in this person who already has some disease. The secondary prevention comes through lifestyle change, and medicines like statins and aspirin are used in allopathy. By combination of all these, we wish to get parameters in absolutely perfect areas like weight, body mass index less than 23, blood pressure always below 130 millimeters of mercury systolic, LDL cholesterol below 70 milligrams percent, heart rate between 60 and 70 per minute, HbA1c, the 3 months average sugar in blood, less than 7 in diabetics and less than 6 in non-diabetics. Vitamin B12 and D3 levels need to be corrected, and one looks at proteins lost in the urine and correction of that. By having strict parameters, one can very effectively perform secondary prevention. It is said that preventing the second heart attack or secondary prevention is one of the most preventable diseases known for human beings, provided, of course, sincerity and consistency is offered. Thus, there are primary and secondary preventions. The basis or the whole crux of prevention is healthy lifestyle, adopted from very early childhood. Lifestyle should be a sanskar in the family. Preventive checks should start from the age of 15 to rule out some abnormalities of the blood from childhood. Real checks like weight, sugars, cholesterol, blood pressure should be done at the age of 30 and then every 5 years thereafter. Another form of prevention is prevention of sudden cardiac death, prevention of heart failure, heart getting weak. This is treatment of acute heart attack. Effective measures of CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, in the society will revive many sudden cardiac deaths related to heart attack. Early treatment with the help of lytics or angioplasty saves the heart muscle and prevents weakening of the heart. Thus, in turn, prevents heart failure. Primary, secondary prevention and prevention of heart failure is of paramount importance because this is a number one killer of the world. In India, the menace is growing and is getting into younger and younger population. Extreme awareness related to the risk factors and being mindful about prevention will help the society to get healthier and will prevent tremendous amount of health expenses related to the cardiac diseases.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jagdish Hiremath sir, for generously sharing your expertise and insights with us today. Your valuable contributions have brought immense value to our discussion and inspired us to prioritize our heart health and take proactive steps towards healthier heart future. Now, armed with this knowledge gained from this conversation, I'm sure, friends, it's time for action. Embrace the power you hold to make positive changes in your life, nurturing the well-being of your heart. Remember to stay connected with us by subscribing to our podcast, following us on social media, and you can find a wealth of resources in the upcoming episodes filled with informative discussions and practical tips to support your healthy heart. Thank you for being an essential part of Heart Guardian podcast for Healthy Heart. Together we can make and create a future where our hearts beat stronger, and we live life to the fullest. Our heart and your heart matters. We are here to support you in every way. Goodbye for today.